I'm Taylor Oracle in this continuation of our Thoth Readers course where we oversimplify the Thoth deck. And if you would like a much thorough set of videos with like 40 minutes per card, link in the description. Then I'm just here to teach you how to read it. A lot of people have the cards, but they don't read it. They don't understand how to read it. I'd like to help you out by letting you know how to read it. So the Six of Wands. Today we're on Wands Part 2. We have Jupiter in Leo. So you know Jupiter is a big planet. It expands. Jupiter expands and makes everything larger. Leo, with that fire, with that strength and everything else, we have this expanded strength feel of victory. So this is the Lord of Victory indeed. And we have a lot of cool things within the card. We have the fires of success and the fires of victory. So victory basically means that you were obviously, victorious, right? So you have a bit of that Leo pride as you see in some of the picture cards from the Rider-Waite and stuff. So it's victory after maybe some challenges or some other things that have happened. So when we combine that with other cards, we can quickly see how to read with this. So we have the Ace of Wands, a new beginning, the new fire beginning, something great is going to happen. And then we have victory. So your new adventure is going to end in victory. So this is going to be good. Let's say if we have a job reading. So I have a new job and I'm competing against some people, or I'm sorry, I applied for a new job. I'm competing against a lot of people. How's it going to work out for me? Well, you're going to have victory. So it looks like you're going to get the job, right? So if you have a relationship reading, I have a new love, the Lover's card here, my new love. How is that going to work out? Well, it's going to be victorious. It's going to be something great. It's going to be something that you can be happy with, right? So same thing if we have travel plans. Maybe we have some travel plans with the Chariot. We're looking for how that's going to work out. The travel plans are going to be fine. It's going to be, something to where you're going to be able to get to where you need to go. Things are going to work out well, right? So what if it's upside down? Maybe we don't have the victory. Maybe that job that we're applying for, that new adventure that the new job, the new adventure we were going for is not going to be victorious. It's victory delayed, right? Maybe not victory, maybe victory delayed. However you want to read the reversals. Everybody has their own sort of flair and flavor with reversals, but in this case, it would definitely not be the victorious feel that we have when it is right side up. So again, we're looking at a new adventure. Maybe the new adventure doesn't work out quite as well as we had hoped. Maybe that new love doesn't work out quite as well as we had hoped. Maybe we're trying to get some lover from somebody else. Maybe, this person's broken up, but they're still obsessed with their previous lover or whatever. So we're trying to sort of pull them away into a new relationship, into a new love. And it's not victorious. It's not really going to work out like we think it's going to work out, which obviously is going to be quite unfortunate for us as well, right? So let's do the next card. So that is Victory, the Lord of Victory with the Six of Wands. Let's move on to the next card, which is going to be the Seven. So the Seven looks a bit different. We have this pretty nice colored victory card with the purple essence type feel to it. And then we move to a little bit of a darker card with the Seven of Wands, which is called Valor. So Valor is, we have maybe victory, but we have a lot of opposition, right? So we're victorious in that we are working through the opposition. So it's sort of like we have this feeling of opposition. So it's like slogging through the mud, right? We're going to eventually get through the mud as we walk through the mud. However, it's a slogging process. It's a long, painful process. It's going to be a long, tight process. And that's where you have this darker color, right? The darker color in Thoth pretty much indicates that we have maybe some challenges, maybe some things aren't going as well as we had thought and stuff like this. So again, this is Mars in Leo. So again, we have that strength, but we have that opposition of Mars, right? We have the Mars. Mars is not maybe the best planet. It's a warring planet. It's going to come in and maybe do us a bit of conflict. But this is the Lord of Valor, but still Valor. So again, we have that warlike Mars sort of sneaking into Leo, but we have courage. So we're going to get through it depending upon how much courage we have, but we do have opposition with it, right? This is not like an easy card where we can just sort of slide through it like with the victory card. This is going to be something that's going to have some opposition, and we're going to have to work through it, and we're going to have to get that sort of through that opposition. So we have that new adventure. Let's go back to read. We have that new adventure, that Ace of Wands. And then we have Valor. So Valor means we have the new adventure, but it's not going to be easy going. It's going to be sort of slogging through it. We're going to have to, like this dark, muddy type feel to it. We're going to have to slog through it and try to get through it the best that we can. It's not going to be something that is going to be easy, but it is something that we can work through with enough courage. So the key here for this one is how much courage are you willing to put forward, or how much effort are you willing to put forward to get that new adventure. If it's not a lot, if it's not something that you're willing to work through, if it's not something where you can work through it, or because a lot of times we'll have a new adventure, right? And it's something that we were sort of interested in, maybe not 100% interested in. And the minute we hit that big patch of mud, or that big slogging, slow process, the minute we hit that, we're just like, all right, I give up. So that happens a lot, right? We have this adventure, we have this relationship maybe, and the minute we hit this terrible time, we're like, nah, screw it. So we could have that as well with a relationship. So we have the relationship, everything looks like it may work out, but then we start hitting all these obstacles. Or the person has all of these red flags that they start displaying. And we're not really willing to slog through all that and to put up with that. So we just sort of give up, right? We're just like, all right, screw this. So that is Valor. And that, how much courage are you willing to put forth to get through it, right? So think of it as the wand in the middle is the courage that you're trying to slog through all the rest of the wands with. So you're going to have to get through that, and you're going to have to sort of survive that. So if we look at the Rider-Waite version, you can sort of see we have some conflict, we have some issues, but we're going to have to get some courage to get through this. So you have that same kind of feel, right? So again, the relationship, how much of the relationship are you really committed to? Really, how much are you committed to? So that's one of those things. So the trip, maybe you're on one of those plane rides from hell, and you're just like, I really don't need to go this place that bad. So it's a delay of a plane, another plane delayed, and you're like, I really didn't want this trip that bad. So maybe I'll just schedule it for tomorrow. Maybe I'll just give up. So how much are you willing to put up with? That is my question, and that is the question that is asked by you from the Seven of Wands, or Valor. Now remember, Mars and Leo, maybe not the best combination. It's not a detrimental, terrible thing. It's just not convenient. There's a lot of convenient cards. There's a lot of convenient situations. Sometimes, when it's not convenient, I'm not sure if I really want to go through with it. So let's go to the 8. Now the 8 is the Kite. Very easy to remember this one, right? It's a kite. It's Mercury in Sagittarius. It's a kite. It stands for swiftness. This is the Lord of swiftness. In fact, with the 8 of Wands, so this is could mean hasty communication, because we do have Mercury up here. So it could mean quick, hasty communication, which is going to be good. And you'll remember this from the Rider-Waite, with the Rider-Waite being the flying wands. So this is hasty communication, or quick communications, or some quickness or swiftness, right? It's one of those things to where if I'm asking about someone calling me. So let's say I just met a cute guy. I'm asking about the cute guy. Is he going to call me? And this comes up. Now this is going to be, yeah, he's going to call you pretty soon, because this is hasty communications or quick communications. Again, you can remember it looks like a kite. A kite flies, it's quick. It doesn't mess around. It goes straight up with a windy day and it flies all around and it's quick. So you remember a kite is quick and hasty communication. And again, communication from Mercury up here, and then Sagittarius is the adventurous, the bow and arrow, the adventurous. So we have hasty adventure or hasty communications. So yeah, is this guy going to call me? I met a cute guy today. What's going to happen with him? Well, he's going to call you pretty quick because, again, we have the hasty communications. So I'm planning a trip. When do you think I will take that trip? Here we have Chariot, and we come over here to hasty, right? Could be a hasty communication or quick communication about the trip. If the person's asking about getting feedback for the trip, or they booked it but they haven't kind of received a confirmation or whatever, you're going to get it pretty quick. So that's your communication, that's your answer. So what about if it's a trip? I want to take this trip, but I'm not sure when is the good time to take it. Well, we have the kite and the quickness from that kite, the hastiness from that kite. And you're looking at taking it pretty soon. So this is going to be an answer of, fairly quickly. Fairly quickly it's going to come up and work out. So again, that's a good thing. So let's say we have a house. I have a house and I'm not sure when the seller, I'm buying this house, I'm not sure when the seller is going to close on it, or when the seller is going to give me a counter offer or whatever. So this comes up, it's going to be pretty quick. So again, I'm sort of being repetitive here, but you get my meaning. This is going to be pretty quick. So it's fast, it's quickness, and it's communication. So if somebody is asking about the communication realm or asking about somebody getting back with them, then this is going to be a quick response. Maybe it's slowed. Maybe you put an offer on a house. How quick will they respond? It may take a while. It may take a while. So it's one of those things you're going to have to put up with, right? You're going to have to put up with it because it may just take a while. So, I called the cute guy. I left a message. When is he going to get back to me? We got hasty upside down. It could be a while. Maybe he's not that interested. Maybe he's really busy. A lot of different things could be happening here, right? So that's one of those things to where you're going to have to sort of have it slowed down at this point once you see this. So that is, again, the 8, or called swiftness. Now let's look at one of the cooler cards in the deck. This is strength. How do I remember strength? Because this looks like steel. Easy to remember, it looks like steel. So this is power, health, strength, just overall strength, right? It's moon in Sagittarius. We have that moon psychic feel, or that moon emotional type feel, and then we have the strength. And you can see this from the Rider-Waite. So he's injured, but he maintains that strength. And again, it looks like steel. It looks like steel here. It's got that steel color. And think of it as like a reflection off the steel up here. So the steel means strength. You're not going to get through steel anytime soon. So this is going to be strength for you. And that's getting over obstacles, or being able to persevere in light of maybe some conflict. So this is going to be good news, right? So maybe we're having a health problem or something, or we declared peace. So we remember peace sign. So we have peace on, and we're asking about health. How is that going to work out? How's that peace situation going to work out with our health? It's going to work out okay, because this is a good health card, or this is a recovery card. So maybe you have cancer or something like that. How's that going to work out? Were you going to be able to recover from it? And it's going to be a good news to get this card, especially with a health question, right? So you're going to maintain that strength. So if I put an offer on the house, or I'm buying this house, how's that going to work out? Is the house durable? or is the house, going to be able to support us and things like that? We have the strength. So yes, it's going to be okay. So a good news for health or good news for strength of any type of strength. Just bought the house, is it going to work out? Or maybe I just bought a new iPad. Is the iPad going to break in a month or anything like that? No, it looks like it has some stability, some strength or something like that, right? The same thing with a relationship. I have a new relationship and I'm concerned that the other person isn't that serious, or maybe they're not that interested. What do you think? Well, I think there's some strength in the relationship. I think you have some good news as far as the relationship goes. So it's going to be a strong relationship. It's going to be something to where you're going to be able to keep at it, and it's not going to be, the person's not going to bail on you in the next 10 minutes type thing. So we have the strength. Upside down, maybe that relationship doesn't have the foundation you're looking for. Maybe you don't have that rock solid concrete foundation that you're looking for, and maybe we don't have much strength within that relationship. So one of those readings to where maybe your strength is is a little bit waning or something like that. So we have, again, the new adventure. The new venture that we're going on, the new thing that we started, maybe it's not rock solid stable. Maybe it's going to be, maybe they're going to waffle on it or something like that. So I have a new project at work, for example. So if I pooled this combination with a new project at work, we have the new project, we have the new adventure, the new project, but it doesn't look, maybe that project maybe not could get unfunded, or it could get canceled, or it could run into problems because we have strength upside down. And you can tell, again, it's upside down because the glare should be up top. So the glare should be up here, and it's not. So maybe that project is not going to work out how we want, and that's not going to be a good news. That's a good news. And that is not going to be good news at all. Speaking of not good news, we have a horrible card. Sorry to introduce this for you. We have a horrible card. And that horrible card, by the way, is this, right? So this is Saturn in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the action sign, right? It's going to go get it. It's going to go rock it. It's going to go do the skydiving. It's going to go do the adventurous things. It's not afraid to do anything. But now we have Saturn. You remember Saturn separates and Venus joins. So Saturn separates, and Saturn is separating from that action, or Saturn is getting that action and it's pulling that action or that movement field out. And now we have this stagnation, or we have this, as this card is called, oppression, which is, again, the Ten of Wands. Oppression is just not good, right? So this is cruelty, injustice, oppression, every bad thing you can think of, basically. So this is just going to be a bad card. So obviously, again, the Saturn with the Sagittarius is getting the movement that he should be getting, the movement that he should be rocking. It's getting that, and it's just stopping it. It's pulling the guy back. Don't go forward, pulling the guy back. And that's why you have oppression. So oppression is going to be a bad card. Again, we have the new adventure at work, the new project at work. It ain't going to go good at all, right? That's not going to go good at all. This is bad news, basically, in every front. So oppression, it's not going to go. It's going to stop. It's going to be halted. And you can see that feel like they have these two bars that are preventing all of the other wands from coming forward. So the two bars are sort of blocking the way. And you have that feeling in here of oppression. The new thing, the new project at work is not going to go forward, right? You call the cute guy, what's going to happen? That's not really going to move forward. We have a lot of things blocking it. We have a lot of not movement. Everything bad is going to come about, basically, and this relationship is not going to work out. If you were really banking on this relationship, if you're really excited about this guy calling you and excited about this relationship and moving it forward, I got bad news. I got bad news. These two bars are blocking the wands from coming forward, and that's not going to be good news. That offer on the house is just going to go to hell. It's just going to go, it's not going to be very good at all. Your offer is going to get either rejected or completely blocked, That's not going to be good at all. But what if we have good news? What if we have this oppression, the 10, but we have strength? The strength is right side up, remember? The shiny part is going to be up top, reflecting off the metal, all the steel. And you're going to be able to get a rock solid foundation out of this. So it's not going to last forever. We have a rock solid foundation after it. So that's good news. See, this is not going to kill your entire reading. You could have good news after it. But obviously we need to watch out for this because, you know, that's not going to be the most exciting part of your day. For sure, that's really going to hamper any great things that you wanted. Maybe you had the magician. I have all the tools that I need. I'm ready to go. I'm rocking, and then we have a stop, a full stop right here. So I know I'm getting repetitive here, but I'm just saying that Saturn is just slapping Sagittarius around. It's no good at all. It's just bad news. And that's the feeling that you have with, obviously, oppression. Maybe the oppression is reversed and maybe it's relieved. So we had maybe a new adventure and we had oppression at first, but the oppression is coming off a bit, it's relaxing a bit, and now we have an opportunity for that relationship that we're going for. Now we have an opportunity for that because that oppression is relaxing and it's letting up some. So maybe we have a negative card here. The oppression is letting up. We're back to our Sagittarius action and adventure, and we're going to be able to move on to that important relationship that was so critical to us the whole time. So that is my Wands, and hopefully you like Wands Part 2 of the Thoth Tarot course. Again, please check in the description for a much more thorough version of this. And let me get my thank yous, because we do have thank yous. We have thank yous for all of the wonderful people on my Patreon page. So what is Patreon, you ask? Patreon is where people can support me and help me with the bills, basically, of getting this done, teaching you stuff and all this stuff. They pay for the software and things and help me out, basically. If you'd like to join it, link in the description, obviously. But I want to thank my Patreon supporters, which are Adam G., Alley Cat, Annie LeMaster, Carmen Gabriello, Carolyn Bouchard, Crystal McGinn, Fatima, Gary Fink, Hot Chocolate, Jessica Mante, Kim Wilson, KSW, La Ami, Richard Zeh, Scott Miller, Shintaro Kuga, Sinai Zamora, and Trino Iaverio. These people help me so much. Thank you so much for being my supporters. And as always, hit like and subscribe if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Get your Thoth out and read with it. You'll love it. You'll love this deck. It's so awesome. All right. Thanks for watching.